guy should have chosen better. He should have moved better. No, it doesn't matter how treacherous, evil, or vile or vicious the woman was. The man should have always been and did something different.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we have another Tommy video. Now Tommy and Jazz meet up again. I don't know how I missed this one, but let's get right into it.
Also, you hear Jazz saying, don't do it. That's fine. But we never say don't do it when women talk about their trepidations. We ask men to get better. We ask men to not be out here essaying women. We ask men to not be out here beating men. Imagine if we told a woman who got beat up.
You shouldn't do that.
Imagine if we told a woman.
I should have to tell you not to essay a woman.
Go ahead, Tommy. Go ahead, Tommy.
I mean, you're saying that it's like
you can't even tell these women to shut the fuck up when you talking because the people shut the fuck up when they was talking. You can't even do that. I sat right here and all that shit was being said. I did like a church lady. Did I not?
You right. My bad, sir.
And I heard stupid shit, but I didn't say that's some stupid shit. I just let the stupid shit ride until I got too ready to go.
You're right. I can see my bad.
If you sit here and you watch, even the respect level between men and women is just different. We feel like they could slap us because we got caught cheating, and we'll say, well, I did deserve it because I got caught cheating. But do that to a woman because she got caught cheating. Slap shit out her and see what happened. See if people say, well, she deserved it because she was getting. Imagine you having a conversation with a woman and she say something disrespectful. You toss a drink in her face. See who will think that makes sense. So women get away with so much that they think it's normal. So when a person says you picked the wrong person, we should say that to them when they get essayed by a man, since the person didn't want to listen what my point was. We should tell women that you should know better not to cheat, shouldn't you? You should know better not to lie on a man and try to take his money because he's rich, shouldn't you? It's funny how she said, well, you should know better not to essay. But these other things she didn't say, well, they should know better not to do that too. That man worked hard for his money. You should know better than try to take it from him. That man did not you put that man in jail like the twin girls did. And then she said, well, that's unfortunate. Brian Banks spent 6 years in jail. It was just unfortunate. She was trying to make it seem like Shannon Sharpe was doing something wrong by settling. When literally men are in jail right now, if it wasn't for the fact that the justice system was a bit off, you wouldn't have this thing called the Innocence Project. You know what the Innocence Project does? Get men out of jail that were said they did something to somebody. And if it wasn't for DNA tests, there would be a shit ton of men just still languishing in jail because all it takes is a woman's accusation. If a woman says you did something to her child, everybody looks at you as a bad person. Remember that rapper Duty Low? When we come to find out that she lied on him, well, Jazz would say that's unfortunate because nothing happened to that woman. But his career was ruined. A lot of men have had their career ruined, so it should stop being unfortunate. It should start being illegal.
I agree.
It should start being that society doesn't look at a man and be like, you should choose better. Because I never say that to a woman who's trying to get child support out of a deadbeat dad. We talk about the deadbeat dad. We don't tell her she should choose better. We tell him he should take care of his kid. When she knew he wasn't taking care of kids, when she was sleeping with him. She knew he didn't have no job when she was sleeping with him. But all of a sudden, because he's now a father, he's supposed to become the greatest nigga on earth and revert to being a dad when before this nigga was a weed smoker and a Madden player. That's all he did. So we should be able to say to this woman, you fucked a weed smoker and Madden player. You are at fault, not him. He's doing what he was doing.
Well, here's the thing, Tommy. If I
Yeah, let me tell you something. Shut your ass up, Jazz, for a second, because I already know she's about to say something ridiculous. She's gonna switch it back to somehow make it the men's fault. What Tommy is basically saying is women really don't have consequences, especially in America. You have no consequence. You can do whatever you want to do. And there's always going to be some type of program or organization for you to fall back on. A woman can opt out of being a mother by killing her child. She can say, you know what, even though I know the risk of what can happen when two people lay down and have sex, and even though nobody can have sex, and like no man can have sex unless a woman says yes, but even still, the government would say, we will allow you to opt out of being a mother by killing your child. But a man can't say, you know what, I don't want to be a dad, so I'm just going to walk away. So they'll let a woman murder her child, but a man can't walk away. There are no real consequences for ladies. So when we hear this, I'm so oppressed. I'm like, how are you so oppressed? When men get the more amount of jail time for a lesser crime, I'm sorry, for the same amount of crime that a woman does. Women are treated with kid gloves while cosplaying as adults. I'll give you another example. Solange and Jay-Z. Solange and Jay-Z in the elevator. There is no way. I'm going to tell you right now. If I was Jay-Z, I would probably be dead broke because I would have whooped her ass in that elevator. I probably wouldn't have done that, but she would have got us. Let me tell you something. She would have got chin checked. You not just going. Then I probably would have been looking at my wife like, what do you like? Why would you let your sister just do this? All right, let's get back into the video. I'm talking too much. Jazz is wilding right now. Let me back it up.
At fault, not him. He doing what he was doing.
Well, here's the thing, Tommy. If I may, that you're talking about taking preventative measures to avoid certain outcomes, right? So you're saying like you knew he was already a smoker, a deadbeat, not taking care of his kids, but you still lay down with him.
No, I said we never use that as the excuse for the woman. We say the man should, at that point, no matter what he was doing prior, he should become a good man now that he's a father.
So what I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is when we were specifically talking about Shannon Sharpe, that girl is dead wrong for doing what she did. But there are preventative things that Shannon Sharpe could have done to avoid the situation.
Like what?
It applies. Maybe not deal. You know this girl is an OnlyFans model. You know this girl is.
Ma'am, I got cheated on by a woman who was a professional.
I understand. Can I finish, sir? Can I finish?
The woman who was just caught on TV hugged up with the CEO. Was she a hoe?
Okay.
Was she the OnlyFans model?
I don't think. Well, here. Okay, so now we're jumping around.
To act like this. Oh well, if it's
now
OnlyFans, all around. Not be an OnlyFans model, and that's a good choice.
We're not talking about that. What I'm saying is this. Shannon Sharpe is a 50-something-year-old man. There is better quality women out here for him than a 19, 20-something-year-old OnlyFans model
that's
looking for a come up. He could have taken preventative measures to avoid the situation. She's dead fucking wrong.
That's not this point.
Condemned. She should be dragged.
Yes, that's not. Yes, one second. Let's repeat down. That's not his point. Jess.
Again, listen, ladies. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is why you will hear me say this a lot on this channel. This is why so many men just do not talk to women about serious topics. Tommy said something very straightforward. Jazz is going to take it and try to switch it and mold it and moving the goalpost. This is moving the goalpost. Tommy cut her off because he saw where she was going. She's trying to make it seem like, well, Shannon should have known because she was a 22-year-old, OnlyFans model. It doesn't matter. You have women that have never done any type of sex work and they will still do what this woman did. They will do that. It's not about the profession. It's about the mindset of the culture where the women are. In this society, women are, I'm just going to take what I can get. Not all, but a sizable amount. I'm just going to take what I can get. The law says that I can take alimony. I'm going to get it. The law says I can take child support even though I don't need it. I'm going to get it. The law says I can have the children and play with and use these children as pawns without any real ramifications or repercussions. So I'm going to do it. That's what Tommy's trying to say. So Jazz's point is null and void because it doesn't matter what the profession is of the woman who's doing it.
You can address the point.
I don't understand how accountability.
After a man says that,
the point is simple. There's a 49-year-old career woman making millions of dollars, being the head of HR for a multi-billion-dollar company, and she was cheating on her husband. She has no character. So even if you go to the old rat, you go to the OnlyFans model, you go to the professor, you go to the scholar, you go to the career woman, this woman, you can't identify them because there's nothing that you can look at that woman that says this woman cheats on her husband with the CEO. Like there's nothing we have.
And women are chameleons.
Is this how you feel about women in general?
Women are chameleons.
Hey, Jazz, to be consistent, hey Tommy, just real quick, to be consistent, when can a man sue a woman for taking advantage of him and taking him for all he has using sex?
That's a great question.
Wait, what? What's the question?
When can a man sue a woman for taking advantage of him using sex?
When can a man sue a woman for taking advantage of him By using sex?
Yeah. What? Give me the sex. How can a man? When can a man sue a woman for doing the same thing, taking advantage of him using sex?
Yeah, she has sex
When
with
you
me.
say using sex, what do you mean?
She
What?
had sex with me and then didn't want to have nothing else to do with me, and I'm going to sue her because
I'm
she
gonna sue
used
her.
me sexually.
Yeah. When can a man do that?
Wait. So you meaning like consensual sex
No,
happened?
you said
Wait,
you
no,
said
I'm
she's the
trying to
only.
understand.
Hold on,
I'm
ma'am. You
slow.
said
You know I'm so
so
dumb.
you know she's
So
the
just
only fan.
speak
She's
to
the
me
only.
like the dumbass I am.
She's the OnlyFans
Hey,
model. Right?
Jess, don't do that. Jess, don't do that to yourself, please. We asked you. We asked you before. Don't do
she's an
that.
OnlyFans model that used sex to get in good position with Shannon Sharp, and they had a consensual relationship.
Okay.
Soon as it didn't go her way, she wanted him to pay for both butt cheeks, and then she sued him to settle outside of court for it. So when can a
Okay.
man do the same thing when a woman uses sex and tries to take advantage of a man and get him for all he has?
If she is doing that, he should do it immediately. He
So
should.
name the
Yeah,
time
right
that a
back.
woman that a man sued a woman for that or could
Give an
sue a
example.
I
woman
don't
for
know any times. Are men doing
that.
that?
That's the point. They can't.
But
That-
that's not a woman's fault that y'all not doing that to women. Y'all, if y'all are getting taken advantage of like that, you should actually, like a woman will hold you accountable. Hold that woman accountable.
Y'all
That's
be
not
the
a
first
woman's
one to
fault.
call a man. Y'all be the first one to do what Little Black Book did, which is call a man soft if he
Yep.
does it.
No,
If a
I
man-
don't think a man is soft. I think that's you being
I
responsible.
know you're
and-
personalizing it.
I think
Ma'am,
I think
let me
that
tell
you
you what I
advocating
don't
for
do.
yourself.
I
You're making
don't
things up.
abuse children.
What are you
But I
talking
also
about?
know that people who abuse children exist. So I
Huh?
don't live in this world. I don't live in this world where I think because I don't do it, it doesn't exist.
Listen,
Right.
sweetie, I'm not saying
No,
it
no.
doesn't exist. What I'm saying is that if men, you're asking me this question as if it's my fault these
No,
men are not
No,
suing
no.
these women.
So
that take
Jazz,
advantage of
She
Jazz, if I was
personalizing
it.
paying Jazz, if I was paying a woman for sex, not you, and she
Huh?
got mad at me and she hit me, and when I was leaving the house, can I sue her for 50 million?
Yes, if she has it, yes.
That's-
Yes. Why
Let me.
can't you? Suing somebody isn't
This
gender
is so-
specific.
Hey, Jess. Let me get brother because he beat.
Oh,
Let me get brother interrupted, please,
I don't get it.
for a second, and then we go back to the
Oh,
people
I'm
that are
just
not
so
talking on the
sorry.
open panel. Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, shout out to the 767 people. We are famous today, so hooray! Okay, like the video. The likes are for free. When we grow up, we're going to be like all these legends on this place. So once again, the best is yet to come. Go ahead, brother. I appreciate you. Go ahead. Thank you for waiting for your time.
No problem. Like I had said earlier in the previous point about when individuals, men or women, are very gynocentric or femcentric versus being like more family centric or community centered, it's not really that the goalpost is moving when you're trying to get them to acknowledge and own that women's bad behavior needs to be some type of different action going on in comparison to men's behavior. It's really that when they're referencing or being brought up the issue about women's behavior, the goalpost doesn't exist. This is why you feel like you're just pissing at the wind. Man after man after man is trying to show example after example after example of how things are happening that seems to be at the expense of men that women are getting away with. And there's no policy, there's no voting process, there's no law, there's nothing that they're really, really pushing for. And the reason why is because they're femme-centric in nature by default. They're going to look and say, well, men should have just done something different. God should have done something different. The guy should have been better. The guy should have chosen better. He should have moved better. No, it doesn't matter how treacherous, evil, or vile or vicious the woman was. The man should have always been and did something different. If you understand that as an audience, if you recognize and identify this, you'll stop wasting your time.
And that brother is absolutely right. At the end of the day, especially in America, a woman can do anything she wants to do. But how dare a man retaliate and defend himself? Women, there are a lot of women that believe that if a woman hits a man, that man should never hit her back. I will never agree with that. If I ever have a son, I will tell him, hey, listen, man, you don't abuse women, but you're no one's punching bag either. You don't have to go all Floyd Mayweather on him, but you got to get out of that situation. And if a swift chop to the neck is what it takes, then homie, hi-ya. That's the sound of the karate chop. Guys, that's it for today's video. I'm going to try to find this whole debate. If I find it, it's going to be linked down below in the description. But if not, just come back for another video. I'll see you on another one.